guys, welcome back to my channel, Simone here. So today I'm going to be filming my April favourites, and I haven't done a favourites video in quite a while, but I've decided I'm going to try and do them a little bit more regularly, not necessarily every month, but when I have favourites to talk about I definitely want to start talking about them. So before I get into that, I do just want to mention my new schedule for my videos. So for the last few weeks I've been kind of trying out a new schedule to see how I find the editing and uploading and everything, and how I can get them up and what days of the week are best for me. And I've decided, and I've come up with Monday and Friday at 5 PM. I feel like this really works for me. I can get the videos up on time without too much worry on my part, and I think that those are good times. So let me know what you think about those schedules, because I'm always really interested to hear from you. But yeah, I really hope that they are good times, and yeah, I'm really excited. I love doing 2 videos a week. I know for a while I kind of did one, or I was doing one every now and then, like just sort of whenever I got one up. So I like having a bit of more structure with it. I'm also currently pre-filming a few videos when I go on holiday, which is not until July, but I know from the way I am that I will really struggle to get them all uploaded and sorted, because my internet speed is really low, so it literally takes me like a day to upload a video. So at least that way I can have them all ready to go. So I am currently doing that. So if there's anything you want to see, do let me know, and I will certainly take that into account. But today I'm going to be talking about my April favourites, like I said, so let's get started. So I have actually split my favourites into 6 sections. We have film, TV show, music, booktuber, YouTuber, and then book. So they are going to be I think this is what I'm going to do with my favourites in general. Unless I have something specific to talk about, I'm going to be a bit more like those 6 categories, because I feel like those are the kind of things that I do every single month, and I always have like a new one, so it'd be really interesting to talk about. So I'm going to start with my favourite film of the month, and I actually watched this on the 1st of April, so it started well this month. I have watched quite a few films. My boyfriend was here over Easter, so he was obviously here in April, and we spent Easter Sunday watching films and just having a really lovely day. And actually this is one of the ones we watched then, and this is The House Bunny. Now if you haven't seen this film, I think you should watch it. It's really funny. It has Anna Faris in, and I think she's one of my favourite actresses because she just makes me laugh. And this basically is about a woman, Anna Faris, who is lives at the Playboy mansion, and she is kind of one of the behind the scenes Playboy bunnies, without she's not kind of one of the main ones, but due to certain circumstances, she leaves the Playboy mansion and ends up living or moving in with a sorority house full of kind of these misfit girls who are sort of being threatened to have their sorority house taken away from them, and their sorority being disbanded. And so she decides to change this. These girls are all kind of unsure about themselves. They don't really dress fashionably, and they don't really know how to talk to guys, and she sort of teaches them all this while they then teach her things as well. And it's just really funny. Literally there are a few moments in this where me and AJ, my boyfriend, were just laughing out loud. It was literally it was so funny. It was brilliantly done, and yeah, I really liked this film. I've seen it before, but I specifically liked watching it with AJ as well. He really likes, I probably shouldn't say this too much because I'm sure he wouldn't like it. I will link his channel by the way if you want to go and check him out. But he really likes watching chick flicks with me. I know, I found a good one. I found a guy who likes chick flick. So I just think it's funny, and who would I be if I didn't pick some chick flicks to watch with him? So yeah, like I said, this was a great one. Then my favourite TV show this month is also one that me and AJ watched, and he loves this show, and so we started watching it. We've watched a few seasons now, but this season was kind of probably my favourite one, I would say. We watched Hell's Kitchen. I think we watched season 14, I can't remember, but it was amazing. I love Hell's Kitchen. Gordon Ramsay is really funny. I find him hilarious. We like to watch Kitchen Nightmares as well, but Hell's Kitchen is on Netflix and I love it. I know that some people don't like Gordon Ramsay because he swears, and he does swear a lot. There's a lot of swearing in this, but it's kind of all part of the fun for me. I find it really just, I don't know, I like the cooking side. I always find the services are really interesting. I find it really interesting to see how people do things because it's so different. The only thing that because I also watch MasterChef Australia, and I like MasterChef Australia more for the actual cooking side, because you actually see them come up with concepts for dishes and things, whereas with Hell's Kitchen it's a bit more about the kind of the actual services and stuff, as opposed to the specific food, if that makes any sense. It's about like the task of running a kitchen and things like that, which I always find really interesting. I found the people in it were really great, and it was just really funny to watch it with AJ and kind of guess who was going to leave and who was going to stay, and yeah, I really enjoyed that, so that's definitely my favourite for the month. Then we have a little bit of a sneak peek to my favourite book of the month. I obviously will also be talking about this in my wrap up, which will be next week, I believe, but I actually gave 3 5-star reviews this month, and so I've had to pick my favourite of the 3, and I've picked Catching Fire by Suzanne Collins. Now this is the sequel to The Hunger Games, this is the middle book of the trilogy, and I just really felt at home reading this. Like, I've seen the film so I knew what happened, but I'd never read the book before, and reading this just really just gave me all those like cosy feeling. I say cosy, obviously there are people dying and stuff, which is not great, but if you don't know what The Hunger Games is about, I obviously won't talk too much about the second one because it's a sequel and it might spoil it if you haven't seen it or read it before. But the first one is about Katniss, who is part of District 12, and she lives in a world where there are 12 districts, all run by the capital, and of the 12 districts, 2 children between the ages of 12 and 18, 1 boy and 1 girl, are picked every year to go forward to the Hunger Games, which is basically a fight to the death, and the winner is the victor, and Katniss is the girl in this, should I say. And like I said, I really enjoyed the first one. The second one, it took me a long time to read. Like, I read the first one maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, and I just hadn't got around to the second one, so I'm glad I finally have read it. I do own the third one as well, so I will hopefully read that soon, but this is definitely my favourite one of the month, and I really can't wait to read the third book and to also rewatch the films because I do enjoy them a lot. So the next category is music, and I have actually not picked a specific song for this, but I've actually been listening to a lot of Demi Lovato's music this month. I have always loved Demi Lovato, but I feel like I've missed a few of her songs, or I've not really listened to them for quite a while. But I've listened to obviously a lot of the obvious ones, like Call for the Summer and Confident, and Really Don't Care, but my favourite song is probably Stone Cold. I love it, I think it's such an amazing song, and yeah, I'm just really liking Demi Lovato at the minute. I just think also Sorry Not Sorry is one of my favourite songs ever, so yeah, I really like her music, and I will obviously be continuing to listen to it. So let me know if you have any Demi Lovato songs that you particularly like that are kind of less well known, because I really like to listen to sort of ones that aren't like the big obvious ones, so do let me know. So then we're on to my 2 YouTuber favourites. One is a booktuber and one is a YouTuber. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the booktuber, and that is Annie from Am I Right? And firstly, I love her channel name, I think it's really funny. Secondly, I love her channel. I've watched like all of her recent videos. I have been binge watching them because I think she's amazing. She just really reminds me of myself in some ways. She's done a lot of things that I would love to do, and I liked watching her video about working for Waterstones. Her wrap-ups are always really interesting. She always reads really like different books than anyone else I really watch on YouTube. I see a lot of different like types of books on her channel, which I really enjoy, and yeah, I just think she's really nice, and she just comes across that way. So definitely go and check her out if you haven't already started watching her videos, because I think you'll really like them. Yeah, and I hope that you can enjoy her too. And then my favourite YouTuber who's not a booktuber has got to be Alice Thorpe this month. I have started watching Alice's videos maybe about 3 months ago, but I especially like her videos because she's just come into her final year of university. She's just finishing her final year of university, and she was doing her dissertation, and I've watched all her weekly vlogs while she was doing that, and it was just really resonating with me because I remember doing my dissertation and how like much work that was, and she's just really interesting. She also does like graphic design and things, which is similar to what my boyfriend does, which I always find interesting when I find other people who are doing similar things. And on top of that, she's just beautiful. She does makeup videos, which I love. She does really funny challenge videos and kind of She did a video with her nan at Christmas building a gingerbread house, which was amazing. And yeah, I just really like her. She's also on Twitter a lot, and I follow her on there, and she's really funny, so that's always great as well. Yeah, and I really like Alice's videos in general. So that is my April favourites. Let me know in the comments below what some of your favourites are. I always love to get recommendations and hear what you guys are enjoying. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I shall see you next time. Bye guys.